WrestleMania 34 is in the books. The show sucked. Let's talk about it. Now, I want to cover everything. And I'm going to save all my energy for the stuff that just really drove me up a wall. So, let's run down this thing match by match. Get this over with as fast as possible. Pre-show, 3 matches. We kick it off with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Matt Hardy wins. Bray Wyatt returns. He and Matt Hardy are now going to join up. Bray Wyatt's a babyface, which is long overdue, just like his own child support. Let's see what goes. Let's see how this thing goes. Match number 2: Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Cruiserweight Title Finals. All right, the match. This was a fun match. It was it was good. I enjoyed it. The right guy won is Cedric Alexander. I firmly believe that if Enzo Amore had not been released, he would have gotten the title much earlier than he did. But it was a good win, and they had a good match to boot. The Uterus Battle Royal. Naomi wins. Let's move on. Okay. Now we kick off the official WrestleMania card. Triple Threat Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins, The Miz, Finn Balor. Seth Rollins wins the title, completes the Grand Slam. The match itself was a good opener for WrestleMania. Set the tone pretty good for what was to come for the rest of the night. You would think, with a logical brain, that it would. And I don't mind Seth winning. I get why he did it. I get why they had Seth win. I'm okay with it. He needed to have one more belt to complete the Grand Slam. They did it. Now they can move on from it as fast as they can. Probably give it to Joe. Probably give it to Joe next. I hope Joe deserves it. All right. The SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte versus Asuka. Charlotte breaks the streak. I don't care about Charlotte. I don't care about Asuka. So I didn't give a shit either way if the streak was broken or not. I just don't care. I am not invested into either one of these two women. I was never a big Asuka. I was not an Asuka fan when she debuted. I thought she's okay. I still think she's okay now. I don't get the appeal. Charlotte, I just soured on after the whole thing with Sasha Banks, and I just grew tired of her in general. I just don't find her to be interesting at all. And I don't even think she's that even good of a wrestler. I think she is very botchy. Okay, fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship. Randy Orton defends against Bobby Roode, Rusev, and Jinder Mahal. This is where the show had its first blunder, to me, of the night. You have Jinder Mahal beat Rusev to win the belt. It's not the fact that Mahal won the belt that's aggravating, though that is stupid. It's the fact that he pinned Rusev, the most popular guy in the company right now. A guy who is reportedly a hot merchandise seller. A guy who is begging for company support and push him, and you just kill his momentum by having Jinder fucking Mahal beat him, and you have him lose clean. He pinned him. It just goes to show that if the WWE does not want you to get over, and if you get over Rusev over organically, the company hates that. They want people to be artificially over. If you get over organically, they will turn the screws to you. I never understood that concept or that way of thinking, and I never will. Stupid, ridiculous. Just flat out ridiculous. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeat Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You know what? I didn't care about Ronda Rousey debuting, and I still don't care. However, that will be fair. In the build-up leading to this matchup, Rousey was garbage. Her facial expressions were trash. The go-home episode of Raw, she got put through a table, and instead of selling it like she got her world rocked, she completely no-sold it. And to me, her psychology needs work. With that being said, this was a fun match, and Rousey did not lay an egg. She actually did good. She was good. She did the best she can do for someone who's never wrestled a day in her life professionally. Wrestled in professional wrestling in her life, and she did fine. You know, she held her own. She had a nice little spot where she kind of was beating up Triple H, which I thought was pretty humorous, which was pretty funny. Kurt Angle himself, he was okay. You know, he's aged, he slowed down. Triple H still looks good, and Stephanie held her own too. Got to give the devil its due, even though I don't want to. And I don't like Stephanie McMahon, but she played her part. So yeah, mixed tag match. was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it for what it was. All right. Triple threat match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Bludgeon Brothers defeat the Usos and the New Gay to win the titles. You blink, you miss it. But I'm glad the Bludgeon Brothers win. Them squashing these two teams just, to me, cements the fact that they're the new powerhouse team to be reckoned with. So if they pretty much, use that to establish their character moving forward, then I agree with them pretty much wrestling a basic squash match against these two teams. So I'm okay with it. We get to John Cena. Now, throughout the night, they've been peppering shots of John Cena in the crowd. Playing up to the gimmick of him, if he can't wrestle Taker, he's gonna be a fan. So they're playing that up. And then we did like this thing where a referee talks to John Cena, and then John Cena fucking Barry Allen's his way back to the back, comes out in his ring gear. So we're thinking it's gonna be Taker coming out, right? No. Instead, it's Elias. Awesome. What happens? Elias gets beat up. Not awesome. But what happens? The lights go out, and Taker's in the ring. And you know what? I did not want to see Taker wrestle. I still stand by the fact that I didn't want to see Taker wrestle. However, I am so happy to have seen The Undertaker basically squash this man within a matter of minutes. Within 3 minutes, Taker utterly dominated John Cena. Hit all the trademarks and got a big win. And this should be the end. This should be the end to The Undertaker. Okay, enough already with the wrestling. Last year should have been the last ride for The Undertaker with that awesome ending, him taking off the jacket and the hat and the gloves. And you have to ruin that by having him come back again with the jacket, the hat, and the gloves. Whatever. You rectified last year. Let's just Taker, time to go away. Respect you. I love you. Been one of my favorites forever. But time to retire. Go to the Hall of Fame and just relax. Enjoy life. Now, of course, people are complaining about the result and how this match went down due to the whole 3-month build-up that's been happening with John Cena, to which I say, who cares? Really, it's John Cena. Storyline wasn't that good. If anyone actually knows anything about The Undertaker and all the backstage stories people can say about The Undertaker, everything John Cena said was completely and utterly ridiculous. Calling The Undertaker selfish. The Undertaker is reportedly one of the very few guys in wrestling that does the honors, that does business the right way. He doesn't hog any spotlights. Right? He gives back to the business. Maybe John Cena was describing himself and using The Undertaker's name as a way to throw people off. People aren't that stupid, my man. And the whole storyline was kind of boring anyway because I just didn't care. So yes, I'm glad The Undertaker squashes John Cena. So Taker, retire, rest easy. John Cena, get off my TV, boy. I'm done with you. Okay. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon against KO and Sami Zayn. Daniel Bryan's big return, and as expected, got a huge pop. The match itself was, underwhelming. The end, it picked up a little bit with Daniel Bryan taking out Sami Zayn and KO. Now, they did a spot where they took out Daniel Bryan early, and it's no joke. Watch the WrestleMania 30 main event with him, Batista, and Orton. Beat for beat, it's the same thing. Bryan gets taken out, the paramedics work on him. Midway through the match, he comes back and cleans house. It's the same. It's beat for beat, the same format as that triple threat match from WrestleMania 30. But it is what it is. Good to see Daniel Bryan come back. He looked great. Shane McMahon did the best he can do, holding the majority of the match. And KO and Zayn were good. KO, to me, being the star, he's just an entertaining trash talker. I love KO as a trash talker. He's great. Okay. This is where the show gets worse. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. This Mean Girls bullshit that nobody cares about. This should have been an easy 30-second, maybe a minute squash. Instead, it's a 10-minute fucking bore fest. A 10-minute bore fest. Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. This match proved that both these two have no business being in a wrestling ring without someone that can actually carry them, because they suck. Nia Jax did absolutely nothing this whole match. All she can do was a fucking hair throw, and all Alexa Bliss did was fucking run away. The match was too long, it was garbage, it was stupid, it didn't play it. The storyline, this whole Mean Girls fat shaming storyline, all, I'm trying to choose my words carefully. It all dictated that this thing be a 30-second squash, not a 10-minute match where nothing's happening and you got two people who can't work to save their lives. This match sucks. Nia Jax wins. I didn't care. I was falling asleep, and so were my friends, because we had enough of this bore fest. Speaking, and of course the hits keep on coming. WWE Championship, Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Finally, the dream match happens, and guess what? Underperformed. The match never kicked off. I mean, and you can tell that Nakamura and AJ Styles were handcuffed during this match. You can tell that they were told to not go all out. And when I get to the main event, you'll know why I say this. And again, you can tell that they were told to not go all out, and it hurt this match. Because these two guys, they never got past that first gear. They never got into high gear. There were signs where it's about to happen, and just as the match, you think it's about to get going, it ends with Styles winning. I wanted Nakamura to win. I'm surprised Styles won. I'm okay with it though, because I'm an AJ Styles fan. However, I liked the ending though, where Nakamura giving AJ Styles a low blow, turning heel. I'm interested to see where the story goes between Styles and Nakamura. But as it stands, the first encounter on WWE soil was very lackluster, and it's a damn shame that these guys were forced to be handcuffed, because this could have been the match of the night and possibly the savior of the show, which was failing at this point. Finally, we get to the Raw Tag Team titles. The Bar taking on Braun Strowman and the mystery partner. Who is the partner? Is it the Big Show? Is it Rey Mysterio? Is it Elias? Is it Samoa Joe? No, it's a 10-year-old fucking kid. Braun Strowman basically won the titles in a glorified handicap match. So, 3 weeks of fucking build and speculation as to who his partner is, and it ends up being a fucking handicap match after we were told that he cannot wrestle in a handicap match. He has to have a tag team partner. So he brings in this stupid little kid just so that he can have a handicap match with the Bar. Fucking stupid, fucking retarded. 3 weeks of development wasted for nothing. No big payoff, no nothing. Jesus fucking Christ. I think me and my friends agreed we would have at the point this kid got to the ring, we were just waiting for Big Show to come out so that we can at least get some semblance of a match going on. Instead, we get bullshit. And once again, Braun Strowman is made to look like a goofball. Braun Strowman has been Rybacked. Braun Strowman, who has been one of my favorites since he debuted on the main Raw, who has been one of my favorites since the whole brand split happened, has finally become Ryback 2.0. And it's a damn goddamn shame. Braun Strowman should have main evented this show as champion against Roman Reigns. Or Roman Reigns as champion taking on Braun Strowman, the challenger, in the main event. Instead, the main event was Brock vs. Roman, and this match was fucking trash. It was fucking garbage. It was fucking stupid. It had all the false finishes. Roman Reigns kicking out of 6,000 F5s. Brock Lesnar doing his stupid suplexes, being boring as usual. Roman Reigns doing 9,000 spears and 800 Superman punches. This match was fucking stupid. This match was fucking trash. It was dumb. The crowd said it best. It was awful. It was everything. Alright, and in the end, Brock wins. I thought Roman Reigns was going to win. Instead, Brock won. But will this company get the hint that nobody wants to see Roman Reigns? Of course not. Why would they? Why would they? Because Roman Reigns, he is the golden boy, and you can believe that. Overall, this show was fucking trash. This show was an easy 4 out of 10. Some matches were okay, but this show, once this show got to the midway point, it went downhill. Hell, I would say this once the Triple Threat SmackDown Tag Team title match happened, that's where the downward spiral began. Even though I like Taker vs. Cena, a lot of people are not gonna like that. But yeah, this show was fucking miserable. It was a miserable show. The main event was fucking garbage. It proved once and for all that Vince McMahon needs to leave. It's time to go. Vince, I love you, and if it wasn't for you, I would have never gone to professional wrestling. But you senile old bastard, get out of power. Leave. At this point, I don't care who you give the reins to. Give it to Triple H. Give it to fucking Jeff Jarrett. Oh, take some fucking bum off the street and give it to him. I don't give a rat's ass. Just get out of the way. You are a cancer to your own company. Your grand plan to have Brock Lesnar have this 1-year title reign where he beats everyone with one F5, and then when you get to WrestleMania and that magical moment happens and Roman Reigns becomes the first guy to kick out of an F5, and it went over like a wet fart in church. Just like the other 5 kickouts went over like wet farts in church. This event sucked. It was stupid. 4 out of 10, maybe being very generous. But it did have some okay highlights and stuff that was passable. Other than that, the show was garbage. And those are my thoughts on WrestleMania 34. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.